grade classrooms of Criss Elementary were full of laughter and excitement Friday afternoon. Third grade teachers Jennifer Byers and Jordan Flinn hosted the first third grade carnival for both kids and their parents to enjoy. Both teachers' rooms were filled with different games from cup knockdown, homemade plinko, trivia, fishing, and more. Many of the games were made or ran by the parents of the students. Byers said the carnival was a way to celebrate the hard work the students have done in testing the last couple of weeks. She added that it also served to help build relationships.
I think it's important because we work all year really hard on getting our students ready for that end of the year test. And when the time comes at the end of the year, I think they enjoy to do fun things learning wise. So it gives them time to relax, have their parents come in, let them have fun at school together, and build a relationship with our parents.
Byers and Flynn add they hope to continue holding this end of the year carnival for years to come.